Where do you think Devin Vassell's defense stands? I don't quite know what you mean by that. You want to just look at it? We can look at it. We can see how well he played against guys. I don't. I know people call Devin Vassell a 3-and-D quite often, which I guess technically he is. I just don't think that he is like, he's no lockdown defender, and I don't think anybody really claims he is. I don't think he's really that much of a point of attack defender. He's more of somebody out there that's not going to be a liability, and also he plays the lanes exceptionally well, right? So if he's surrounded around defenders, I think he can really shine. Like, he can get quite a few steals per game just by having better defenders around him. Oh, let's see here. Let's go regular season. So you wanted to see how well he did against certain guys defensively? Hold on, we'll do per game. Let's see. And a lot of those games, a lot of those games, the Spurs literally had Sohan guarding everybody, okay? So we're not going to get, I don't think we're going to have a bunch of stats where Devin Vassell is on the best player. Like, you can even see right off the bat, if you go and you look at Jeremy Sohan's, you have like Steph Curry, LeBron James, like it's non-stop superstars on who he was matched up against. But you look at Devin Vassell, and that's not necessarily the case. So I think even the Spurs kind of know that. But with all things considered, let's see. Miles McBride, so that's who he guarded the most this season, at least averaged the most minutes against. And McBride shot 5 points, hit 5 points, 100%, but he only had 2 field goal attempts. So I don't know if that, we don't even care about that. Let's see. Let's see any noticeable names. All right, Colin Sexton. Here's one. So in the course of 3 games, Colin Sexton shot 6.7 points, and while he guarded him, an average of 6 minutes. Ooh, his field goal percentage was 64.3%. Okay, so he definitely took advantage of when Devin Vassell was on him. Yeah, there's no noticeable names here that like we would really care about. Paul George, that's a good one. Let's see. See how well he did against Paul George. Of course, in 2 games, averaged 4.4 minutes playing him. Looks like 6.5 points. Paul George shot. His percentage 50%, 50% from 3 as well. So he did. He did okay. Just overall, I don't think Devin Vassell is like a lockdown defender or nothing like that. Nor do the Spurs even use him in that way. I think that's another thing too, is in these games, the reason why because Devin Vassell never gets any criticism for defense, which he shouldn't. He shouldn't get any criticism for defense. But I think the reason why Sohan would get criticism over Devin is because during the course of these games, when you're just watching it, you're not paying attention to stats. You're just noticing that Luka Doncic is going off this game, right? And what you also notice is who's guarding him. Well, most of the time, Sohan is guarding him, or a good chunk of the time, Sohan is guarding him. So you just automatically make the connection in your head. Sohan is a bad defender. He's doing a bad job. But in actuality, you have to look at how well they played when Sohan was on them, and how well certain players play when Devin Vassell is on them. And you can see here, right off the bat, guys, like, Popovich doesn't put Devin Vassell in a position where he has to guard the team's best player. Like, it's rare. Like, he doesn't have to. So, obviously, when he doesn't have to, and then you see him get a steal here and there, you're going to automatically assume, oh, he's a phenomenal defender. And I think he's a good defender. I just don't think he's like, I don't know if I want to categorize him as a 3-and-D. He's a good help defender. He's great in the lanes, you know. He utilizes his size well. He doesn't get taken advantage of. It's just we're not putting him on the toughest matchups at all. Like a few names here. See Paul George, and Paul George did well. Bradley Beal, maybe if you want to count him. You see 3.5 points, 37.5 field goal percentage. So he did well on him. I think everyone did well on Bradley Beal at times. In terms of versatility of defense, Sohan is the best on the team. Oh, yeah, easily. Yeah. Clan, just so you know, I have no issue with Sohan on defense. Well, yeah. I think when we were talking about that other topic, the only thing with Sohan, that, like when you say like, oh, he's not that good, or you like diminish it, it's like defense is exceptionally important, right? Like, yeah, you can have a broken shot, and that's not good. You got to keep working on it, but he's been working on it. But other aspects of his game is so elite, in my opinion, that you can't just say, oh, well, you know, he's whatever, you know. I don't think that's fair. But he's a good spacer and post ISO scorers. Sohan is more than a defender. He's a good connector, good screen setter, good rebounder. Yeah. You're exactly right. And you can't take away his attitude as well to the game. But yeah. Anyways, just to answer the question, I forgot who answered or asked the question. I'm sorry. But about my thoughts on Devin. Those are my thoughts. I think he's great offensively, and then defensively, I think he's average, if not slightly above average. Just for the heck of it, let's look at his stats for this last season. 1.1 steal. He's pretty consistent with his steals. He's been averaging 1.1 steals since 2021. He's a good passer as well. That's one thing I think he doesn't get a lot of credit for. He's a really good passer. Devin Vassell made some passes. I'm starting to think back. Devin Vassell made some passes this season where it was like, where the heck is that coming from? Where did that come from? Yeah. Like literally, the only negative thing you can say about Sohan is he needs to work on his shooting. Like everything else, I feel like I don't know why would we even trip about it. Thank you for answering. Okay, it was Jake who said it. Okay, yeah, you're welcome, man. Good question. Good question. I ain't mad at that at all.